Hello everybody, today I'm going to talk about temporary input field with reference. This new attribute in the input field allows us to set content that is saved only for this invocation, and when you get out and get in, this information is not being saved to the database. In addition, one can add the reference field to initialize the content of the input local field. This new feature was first introduced in version 5.6 of the Insight Creator. Let me switch to a system. The local field is very handy when you use the toolbar function to update object in SAP. Let me create a new creation for a second. I will use me2n. I will pick a display variant, a layout. So in this demonstration, I'm going to update the delivery date of PO item based on content on an input field. So first, let me bring the current delivery date. I will do that using a DB lookup field. The content resides in table eket. Let me pick the needed field, item delivery date. As soon as I press enter, Insight is trying to map the key from the database table onto fields from the report. So EBEL and EBEL P, EBEL P, PO and PO item. And since eket is one level lower than the PO item, the eten or the sequence number does not it is not available. I will use a constant one for the sake of this presentation. And there you go. This is the delivery date. Now, in the old days, we used to have new input field. Let me create a new input field. In order to set a new an input field, first we have to set a key for the report, so Insight will be able to save the content. This is a table at the level of PO item, so these two fields will be sufficient. Let me check my key, and there you go. This key is unique. And now I will create a new input field. Input field of type date, and I will give it a name, new delivery date. Okay. And to end up the settings for this demonstration, I will bring a new toolbar function that will take the PO item and new delivery date and will update the current delivery date. In order to do so, I will add a function, a toolbar function. I will use zdel update, which I prepared earlier. So this one gets the PO and PO item, and it expected to get a new date. Let me map it to the newly created input field, which is the new delivery date. Okay. Mind the refresh setting. I will use full refresh. Okay, so let me set up a new delivery date, May, something in May 1929, and if I will, first I have to save the information input, and now I will pick those records. I will press update delivery date, and the BAPI was invoked as many times as records, and as you can see, the delivery rate was changed. Now let me add a new input field of type local. So I will do just that. Input of type date. I will call it new delivery date local. Oh, sorry, I missed the most important thing, which is setting the attribute local. Okay, and you can see that I set it correctly because now you have a small icon of a pencil, namely something that could be changed. Okay, now I will remap the toolbar function so it will take the information from the newly added field. So instead of the new delivery date, I'm going to take new delivery date local. Okay. Let me place a new date over here. And now note the following. First, the system doesn't ask me to save the content because it's temporarily, and because I used a full refresh, it is as if the system rendered everything from scratch and this content should be removed. Let me show you. So I expect that upon pressing the OK, all those records, all those values going to be changed to July 18th. And the new column is removed. If I will change the attributes of the refresh, and I will use internal refresh, which means we are not fetching the original report, we are only following the instructions the creator gave. So now the local input field will survive. The content will not be removed. Let me show you just this one. Okay, so date was changed. However, if I will get out and get in, then the local content should be removed. Okay, the last thing I would like to show you is the reference attribute. So this is a nice and really important feature of the local input field. We can set a reference field. So this content, the content of the reference field, will serve as the initializer. It will initialize the content of the local field whenever this field is empty. So I will use the database delivery date as the initial value. So now you can see that this date and this date are exactly the same. Let me just add something to make it easier for us to see. I'm going to color code records in case they are different from the database. Color red when different. It will apply only for the new delivery date local, and it will color code it red if and only if the local field is not equal the delivery date. Then we will color code it red, and all the rest will have no special color. So now everything is like that. But now let me do that, something like that. I'm going to change the values of these records. Okay, so first you can see that the color was changed. Okay, and now I'm going to press the button. So the original date was changed. This column are now just the same, and the color is here. So this is an important way to use local input fields which will not survive invocation. So the next time you will not have that content anymore, and this is the reason to use local input fields. Thank you very much for your time. Have a great day.